Hello and welcome to the Essence Message for March 2012. I'm Lynda Austin. I am the light. The light is surrounding me. The light is transforming me. The light is protecting me. Divine love is flowing around and through me, solving and dissolving all situations for the good of all. A higher power is in charge of my life, and only good can come through me. My mind is open, my heart is receptive, and miracles are happening right now. I consciously choose to raise my vibration to a place of truth and light. Yes, well, here you are in March, you are almost 1/4 through this remarkable year of 2012. So is it any surprise to any of you that things are confusing, chaotic, disjointed, and accelerating rapidly? It's as though someone had fired the starter's gun and everyone is running around because no one knows where the race is going. That's why you are feeling this chaos and this confusion. You have no destination. You are waiting for someone to say, oh, the finish line is over there. This is where your free will enters into this whole equation. You are being called upon to determine where your world is headed. If you look at all of the history, the conjecture, the mythology, the projection around the year 2012, you will see that there are those who would tell you there are many different prophecies that say the world ends in this year. The world as you know it does end in this year. We do not say that to frighten you. We do not say that to project doom and gloom that, the sun is going to stop shining, the earth is going to explode unless you all decide that's what you want to do. But what it really signifies is a place where mankind and womankind, where humanity has come to a place where you not only control your own reality, but you should be able to see that you do. If you look around, you can see that the choices you are making, the visions and the dreams that you are pursuing, have an impact on the entire globe. It is impossible for anyone any longer to believe that your choices do not impact the person on the other side of the world. Now, there are those indigenous peoples who are still isolated from the mainstream, as you would call it, and you would think to yourself, well, they don't realize that. Oh, that's where you are wrong. They understand it much more than those of you who are quote-unquote civilized do. The indigenous have always understood that they are part of something greater than themselves, and that their thoughts and their actions have an impact on the whole. The new world that will replace what is slipping away in 2012 is up to you. The Hopi, the Mayans, whoever you want to look at, they projected to this point. And that does not mean that consciousness ends. It doesn't mean that the earth ends. It means the way of living has to change. And so it falls upon you, this generation, this group of human beings who are present at this time in this place to choose and decide what world you are going to live in going forward. Now, there are things going on in this world at this time that are great distractions. There are great natural disasters. There are horrific experiences of war and man's inhumanity to man, unquote. All of these things are showing up. So you can look and say, oh, that's another thing that I don't want in the new world. I am choosing something else. And one of the things you need to be conscious of is not simply getting rid of the symptoms, but getting rid of the root causes. If you create a world in which every human being has piles and piles and piles of money, does that solve the problem of poverty? Of course not. If you create a world where every individual has 3 meals a day, does that solve the problem of hunger? No. Because you need to go into your hearts and your souls and look at what is it in mankind that allows him or her to tolerate that, to support that, to feel that it's all right for that to be going on. No one will say, I truly support killing innocent people. But every one of you does it when you are discussing who you should go to war with and whether this war is an honorable war. There is no honorable war. We will get response on that one. But there is no war where one walks away with honor. In the United States, you have almost lost all of the veterans from what was called the Second World War. And one of the things you hear again and again is that they never talked about it. Most of them will say, I did what I had to do. Not very many come back and say, I'm proud of what I did. I did what I had to do. There are other ways. And so war is a symptom. If you are trying to get rid of the symptom, you need to go to the root cause. You need to go to what is causing man to believe that war is his only option. We are saying you are being called upon, you are being asked, as the channel said, to show up, stand up, and speak up about what you vision as a world that you want to live in. You are being given the opportunity to create the world of tomorrow, so to speak. For heaven's sake, for your own sake, don't rebuild what you had. To quote one of your scientists, you cannot solve the problems of tomorrow with today's technology. You cannot create the new world with the rules from the old one. Look around you. It didn't work. And it begins with each one of you going in your own hearts and asking, what is it that I need to believe is possible. So many of you won't allow yourself to believe that it is possible to create a miracle. You won't allow yourselves to believe that it can be done in the twinkling of an eye. You are so attached to the idea that it needs to be slow and it needs to be difficult, and all of the problems around the world are so immense. As long as you keep telling yourself that, they are. And as long as you keep just looking at the symptoms rather than the root cause of what is going on, you'll just go around in circles and recreate what you had before. We call upon you. We offer you the opportunity to change, not just repair, rebuild, but to change your world. Does it end in 2012? It ends every day. Every day you recreate. We are saying, go for something new. Come from the loving place rather than the place of fear. Ask yourself, how many choices did I make today based on the fact that I was afraid of something? I was trying to protect myself from something. How many choices did you make that were moving you toward something joyful? As opposed to how many choices did you make to protect yourself from something unpleasant? That's what we're talking about. Choose from love, choose from faith, choose from joy, choose from power. Knowing that you are being enlisted, you are being called forth to open yourself to the understanding that you are one with everything that is, and as such, you have the ability to change anything, because there is nothing that you are not a part of. Yes, we will close.